So hey, we're here at Chicago Midwinter with Dr. Troy Schmedding, and he was fortunate or unfortunate enough. We co-opted him to do some product testing for us, and he got early on got a loop curing light in his office to start messing around with. So he's had it longer than pretty much anybody else out there. So tell us a little bit about your experience with it.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. I mean, when I first got the opportunity to work with the new loop light, it was very exciting for me. I'm kind of big into the curing lights and follow a lot of the curing lights in relationship to how they're working with the content of composite based dentistry. And so when this came out, it was very interesting to me because this little guy's got a lot of action packed inside of it. It's got everything from multiple curing spectrums from 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,000, various time frames. But really, the most important thing is the interesting concept called the loop. And it's actually a situation where you're allowing the ability of this computerized light curing unit to give you a dictation on how well you're curing. So a lot of times when we place a curing light in the mouth and we kind of take our eye off the target, so to speak, we don't know exactly how well you're curing. But in the loop mode, it's very interesting because it'll actually shut off on you if you take away the curing time on it. So you have to be over the light to initiate it. But if you fall off the light, it actually turns off. And why is that important to you and I? Is because we still need to get 20 seconds on that product or whatever curing mode we're in for a long duration of time. Depending on how far away from the tooth I am will dictate whether that's giving you the ultimate energy source. So, I mean, there's a lot of things for me to kind of share in the next minute or so, but ultimately it's a curing light. It's got a lot of necessary features that you and I should be utilizing in our office. New concepts, new ideas that definitely, as a practicing clinician, one should certainly take a look at their curing light in their office and potentially look for an upgrade to something in this compartment here. So one of the other really great things about the loop curing light is that when you place it back into its home base, you have two separate settings. The first top setting would be on your daily check. And so what it's doing is a self-calibration. Every time you put that back on, it's checking itself to make sure it is giving you the maximum output and effort. Whereas if you lift the handle up on this and elevate that, you'll put that into what's called a monthly check. And that's going to recalibrate the whole system on a monthly basis just to continually check that curing light. Really the first in the market that's ever done something like this, and really the first that's ever allowed a dentist to have a self-checking device, because ultimately this is really the most important part of adhesive-based dentistry, if we think about it, is the ultimate ability to cure. And not knowing what your curing light's doing can really be detrimental to your outcomes of your procedures. So another great feature to look at when you're looking at the loop curing light.